you know what the list of accomplishment I want the most is?
What's that?
The Tampa Bay Lightning winning the Stanley
Yeah,
Cup.
oh, that would be incredible.
That would, as the official real estate agents of the Bolts, it'd be pretty cool to celebrate that. And you know, it's interesting that they, you know, they just keep winning, and it doesn't matter who they put in. It doesn't matter which line steps up. I was at last night's game, and we weren't in our normal seats, so it was kind of a different vantage point. But they got outplayed, but end up pulling it off. You know, they scored goals when they needed it. Even guys that barely scored all year scoring last night.
Well, yeah, Ernie scored two goals last night.
Yeah,
so
he was incredible last night.
I remember when you know, Vasilevsky got hurt earlier in the year. I was like, oh crap, you know.
It didn't matter.
If they, you know, I was like, if they go 500 while he's out, then that'll be an accomplishment.
But they did better.
Then next thing you know, I look up and Louis Domingue, our backup, was like second or third in the NHL in wins.
I know, right?
Because they didn't. I think they only lost one or two games when he was.
It was great. I ran into Ron Diaz last night from 620. Ran into him in the hallway, and we were just talking about how, you know, exciting the season was, and how, you know, how they just keep winning. And I've talked about it so many times on here. The Lightning are so tied to real estate because of what Mr. Vinnick is doing, and then all of the development that's coming downtown. You know, which is tied to the Lightning being a winning team. Let's face it, if the last 6 years the Lightning stunk it up, all this excitement and energy around downtown wouldn't be the same. When you've got a winning team, you know, it's easy to build around it. It'd be a whole lot harder to get people to want to go down to downtown and hang out if our team sucked. You know, I mean, the reality is they're a great team, and with that comes a lot of economic benefits and a lot of real estate benefits.
Yeah, and it puts our area, you know, Tampa Bay, on the map, not only regionally, but, you know, throughout the country. You know, I always thought it was crazy. Myself being from Virginia, never ever paid attention to hockey. Growing up, I moved here 4 years ago and turned into a huge fan. And the more I think about it, it makes sense because there's so many people in our area that aren't from here. So, you know, we get a lot of people from up north who are always hockey fans. So it makes sense for hockey to be so big down there.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you watched last night's game or you were at last night's game, you saw a lot of Canadian fans.
Right.
And you know, Tampa Bay, that's been one of our biggest draws. You know, we get a lot of people from Canada that want to buy second homes here, and let's face it, they're huge hockey fans. And when you've got a winning team, you know, their second home's going to be here, and it's a winning team. They're not just going to come to watch their home team play against the Lightning. Right. They're going to become Lightning fans because they're hockey fans, and so, you know, it's definitely you know, it definitely has an impact on our real estate market. So, you know, being a hockey fan as well as an obvious real estate fan, you know, the correlation between the two is a pretty cool thing for Tampa Bay. So, definitely best of luck to the Bolts and exciting